Hello, everybody. We're back with another exciting article with lots of numbers, lots of finance. And I'm Matthew.
And I'm Claire.
So we're going to walk you through this, and we'll try to make it fun. The title for our article today is Suncor Energy Beats Quarterly Profit Estimates. So Suncor Energy. You might be thinking by that name about one type of energy, but you might be surprised what it actually is. So we will get to that when you get to the article. First, we have some questions. So, Claire, how many energy companies can you name?
When I first read this question, I was like, none. But then I realized, no, I can name one at least because being British Petroleum.
Okay.
It's one of our it's a huge part of our GDP. It's our biggest profit source, I think. But other famous ones, we've got N Power in the UK. And I think the N stands for North Sea because we've got some drilling into gas reserves off the coast of Scotland, which is apparently quite a thing. Another one that has been in the news a lot for at least Europeans is Gazprom, the Russian oligopoly. They are the only gas company in Russia, obviously. They tend to have just one provider for each of their natural resources, and they control everything. And they turned the gas off quite memorably when we opposed them in the war that they started in Ukraine. That was a whole fun crisis for British people, and I think many other European nations, because they used to be our biggest gas provider.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a few fun ones.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good list. Okay. So then, we're talking about Europe and the UK. You mentioned BP and InPower, North Sea Power. Okay. So then in the UK, what do you think is the main source of energy that you guys use?
Well, again, I thought, it must be oil, British Petroleum, and gas, right? So I looked on Wikipedia, and I think that was true up until about the 1980s, and then it started to decline as actually energy usage in the UK also declined. So at first, we didn't need any different sources. We used less gas and oil, and now, since about 2016, we've been really trying to hit those green energy targets. So the amount of wind power in particular, solar energy, tidal energy, thermal energy that we've been investing in is actually massive. And this is a big political promise. They claim they're going to be at net zero by 2050. I never know if that's just politicians making big promises, but we are making significant steps towards that. I think we're at about 30% fossil fuels only now, from 100% fossil fuel back in the 80s to about 30% fossil fuel. We've gone green.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Go Britain.
Okay.
Whee.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, so you mentioned a lot of different energy sources. And the name of our company we're going to talk about today is Suncor. It's got a word in there that you think, it's not okay. But it's not what you think.
Tricky.
So why don't you take a look at the article and read about Suncor and what they're doing and why their profits are so great this year. And then meet us back here and tell us what the trick is to this.
Suncor Energy beats quarterly profit estimates. Suncor Energy exceeded second quarter profit estimates, driven by higher oil prices and increased oil sands production. U.S. crude prices rose 10%, supported by OPEC Plus cuts and Middle East conflicts. Suncor's upstream production increased, with record output at its Firebag asset, though it later shut due to wildfires. The acquisition of Fort Hills project stakes and the Trans Mountain pipeline expansion also boosted performance. Refinery throughput rose 9.2%, with utilization at 92%. Suncor's adjusted profit was $1.27 Canadian per share, surpassing the $1.08 Canadian forecast.